So, I recently indulged in a bit of a debate about using the preferred pronouns or pronouns for transgender individuals. And I want to start out by saying that this is not something that I really have a problem with. I think if you have a problem with someone, the worst thing that you could do is try to disrespect that person and try to make the problem worse. It's just going to make the problem worse. Why not try to approach that person in a way that will make them feel comfortable and, have a dialogue? I think that is, if you are the type of person that disagrees with uh, the transgender lifestyle or whatever, that's going to suit your interests better than refusing to cooperate whatsoever. However, if you are one of these people and you refuse to use pronouns, I don't see you as being any more out there or um, extreme than I see the transgender people. You know what I'm saying? And I feel because I think that the majority of transgender individuals are not these people who are not willing to have a dialogue. I think the majority of them are very willing to explain their identity to you, and I think that a lot of people actually get off on that, on like talking about themselves and explain, not just transgender people but anyone. I think people try to add little quirks to themselves because if you get a bunch of tattoos, you don't just get a bunch of tattoos and then be like, don't look at my tattoos. It's like a dick move, you know what I'm saying? Like, you do things to spark interest in yourself, and I think that that's part of it. And when I got in this debate, this was over online, of course, but someone said that uh, the data showed that these things. I, I used a very commonly used argument about schizophrenics and how if this is not even really this is not what I believe, but this is like a commonly used argument, just trying to explain the other side and why I think it's not any crazier. I said, if you think someone is basically mentally ill and you think that they have things going on inside of themselves that are not physically real, that's really not any different than like a schizophrenic who thinks things are happening outside of them that are not physically real. So to comply with this is to basically tell someone that their delusions are real. And that's a very commonly used argument. And uh, like my buddy was like, you can't use that argument, blah 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 blah. That's such bullshit. And then like somebody linked an article that was talking about like how indeed transgender dysphoria is a real thing, and I don't think anyone ever really doubted that, but I think that and it said in the article that behavior and experience shapes the brain's anatomy. And just even getting away from all the transgender aspects of the whole conversation, that's a very true and interesting point. But behavior and experience shapes the brain's anatomy. So if you if you know a lot of shit, your brain's gonna be wrinklier, and if you are feminine, the stem of your brain will be thinner, and it's just like the more that you introduce to your brain, the more ideas you give it of what it should be like, the more it adapts to those ideas. And that's so fucking crazy. That is fascinating. And I think it blows pretty much any argument of, like, born this way. I think it kind of blows that whole thing out of the water. Like, I don't think it can really withstand that type of scientific scrutiny. And I guess that is my That's just my feelings about it. I don't have a problem with gay people. I don't have a problem with trans people. I don't have a problem with anyone. I love everyone. Really, just want everybody to get along and quit being assholes. But like the, it's just I feel like you can't shit on someone's experience without some type of repercussions. Like another thing that they kept saying is no one's talking about legislation. We're talking about just calling someone by the wrong pronoun on purpose. That's mean. That's wrong. Well, people are talking about legislation, so people are gonna bring that up. It's one of the biggest things that is being pushed on college campuses and shit, like the no hate speech. And you know what I'm saying? Fucking say whatever you want. I don't want that shit getting pent up inside of you, and so you go blow up a fucking building or some shit. Just fucking scream. Find some pal that doesn't mind, listening to your bullshit, and just talk about it. Don't fucking do that stupid shit. Fucking talk about it. you know? That is my, I don't know. The world is coming to an end shortly, guys, and, you know, I hope it works out for you.